All right, we're turning back to our panel in the studio. We have political advisor to the right-wing Yamina Party, Jeremy Saltan, and Uri Zaki, the chair of the executive board in the left-wing Meretz Party, both parties in this new government. All right, so let's talk about the annual flag march. That is the story that has been making the headlines today. It's going to be going ahead tomorrow. What can we expect to go down this year following the recent conflict that we just saw with Hamas and the rhetoric that we're hearing from Hamas as well? Jeremy?
Well, I think what we're going to see is a march, and hopefully afterwards everyone will go home, and that will be the end of that. I don't think it's in anyone's interest to see any sort of escalation, not on the Israeli side or on any other side. I think the previous operation, which Hamas decided to insert themselves into Jerusalem, was a mistake on their part. I think they understood in the last operation that it was not in their interest to do that, and I am actually skeptical that they would try to do that again.
But Hamas did seem to have seen a victory in being able to connect this rocket fire to what we saw take place in Jerusalem. The clashes obviously on the Al-Aqsa Mosque and the Damascus Gate. I mean, Uli, what do you think is going to happen here?
First of all, I don't think it's an annual flag march. The annual flag march is on the day of the unification of Jerusalem, which was about a month ago. It's a provocation trying to challenge this new government by the right-wing elements which are in the opposition. That's the truth, and let's state the truth.
But there are right-wing parties. I mean, I do believe that Yamina, you guys support this flag march going ahead, right?
I don't remember us putting out any official statement when it comes to the flag march now.
Your right-wing voters certainly support it, right?
I'm sure there will be Yamina voters who show up to the flag march. I'm just saying I'm not aware of any party statement in which we gave, some sort of position on it. The decision was brought to, of course, Homeland Security Minister Bar-Lev, who is, of course, from the Labor Party, not from our party, and he saw absolutely no reason not to stop it, so he's allowing it to go through. And we support, of course, the decision of Bar-Lev and of the government for the march to go through. I'm saying, though, that isn't a specifically party issue.
I'll be less diplomatic than Jeremy, perhaps because I'm also more convenient with it ideologically. I don't think this is the annual march. I think it's a provocation by the rivals of Naftali Bennett from the right. It is the so-called Zionist religious party is signed on this march, and also the Communist Party. It's a political provocation, an unnecessary one. On the other hand, listen, I think in no time Hamas will try to challenge us from their part. We'll find the excuse to test this new government because, it's a new government, a new prime minister after 12 consecutive years of Netanyahu, who, by the way, nourished Hamas and helped Hamas to grow to these enormous size it's gotten. So if we're bound to be tested, let's see it. I still believe, and I hope our new political partners will also understand that the solution to the Israeli-Palestinian problem goes through Ramallah and not through Gaza, through negotiations.
All right, so we're going to discuss that a little bit more, but first